Ladies and gentlemen, let's take a look at the idea when I want to commit suicide as a citizen of US. Is that this? I would swallow lots and lots of much pills so that I might have the tendency to die, right? But somehow or other, God saved me, right? And then suddenly I did die, right? So when I did die, I faced none of it, ladies and gentlemen. That is to consider the fact that I would be hunted down by the paramedics or by laws or and things like that, by giving me like fine and things like that, because that is currently the mechanism by the government of US to actually curb the increment of suicide rate, right? So basically that's how it goes. So what is the background of our case? Because apparently they pretty much don't really understand. Right? Let's take a look at the idea of our case, right? We see that we propose, we believe that the current status quo of by the time when they are about to commit their suicide, there will be lots of paramedics. Because when one person, like for example, decide to jump from the cliff, right, and then suddenly there's some auntie downstairs, right, saw that guy is about to jump and suddenly called 911 and said that all of a sudden you have SWAT maybe, paramedic and things like that, and even counselor trying to say don't die, don't jump off the cliff, people love you, I love you and things like that, right? So at the end of the day, right, we still believe in this mechanism because we still believe that alongside with the current status quo of advertisement of those pro-life activists trying to tell that life is sanctity or whatever and things like that, right? So we still believe that this idea still stands. But the idea of this debate is actually what happened after you did not die, right? After you somehow failed your attempt at suicide. The idea right now is that currently our proposal is to say that when these people have pledged to donate their organs, they get to go pretty much spot-free, ladies and gentlemen, so that they do not have to be burdened by this law and things like that. Simply because, one, we believe that they deserve the right compared to people who did not, because they pledged something which is important to promote life, ladies and gentlemen. We believe that when somebody decides to give up their heart, give up their eye, give up their lungs and kidneys, we believe that is a noble cause, ladies and gentlemen. And I think that's a good enough reason for you to continue pardoning them of this offense, ladies and gentlemen. So let's take a look at that. Yes.
Alright. Assuming that taking these pills won't go on organ damage, massive severe organ damage, which renders the organ useless, then what justifies your reason?
Ladies and gentlemen, at the end of the day, the reasons behind is not to be, okay, true, we want donation of organ, but when they decide, when they die, we found out that, when they did not die, we found that their pancreas or something like that has gone rotten, I think you should still pardon them, because at the end of the day, the nobility of the cause is the main question, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, let's take a look at the idea of why somebody becomes suicidal, because in adhering to their point of sanctity of life, right, suicide person who undergoes suicide, this tendency of committing suicide, have gone pretty much, if you look into it psychologically, they have undergone 5 stages from depression to severe depression to the point where they don't want to live. And when they reach the 5th level, we think that should be the hardest of hard to try to die, ladies and gentlemen. And we think, ladies and gentlemen, that's a reason why somebody wants to die that badly. Because if he simply died because he failed his math, I think, ladies and gentlemen, once you get a counselor to talk to them on that cliff, ladies and gentlemen, he might still have changed his mind. But think about when, despite all that counseling, he still decided to die. That means he has already been the last stage of trying to even find reason to live, ladies and gentlemen. So we think suicidal in this case, ladies and gentlemen, is something that you should consider. It's something that when somebody see their life as not worth living anymore, to the point that they say not worth living anymore, I think you should pardon them when they decide to donate their organ. Right? So let's take a look at the idea of organ donation, because the main concern of this debate is also linking to organ donation. Right? I believe in the United States, I read almanacs, trust me this, right, is that the fact that the amount of people, the amount of organs being donated over the years is actually quite low compared to the people who want. People are in waiting lists. People are praying every day for miracle, for somehow people without the same that positive reasons somehow be in the doorstep, ladies and gentlemen, offering their eyes, offering their heart, offering their lungs. So we think that is a huge reason. The fact that the government has always been trying to push widening of the government trying to promote this cause, ladies and gentlemen. So we think that the fact when people when the government can pretty much accept the fact that when people really want to die, and then we can get something out of it. At least we can achieve a little bit, because this little bit means a miracle, means a world to these people who really in need of a new lung, ladies and gentlemen. So don't smoke.
Question.
Anyway, but before that, anybody from you? No. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, I thank you.
Right. The advancements in organ and stem cell research, right, create new organs, potentially biological organs. Then, what is the problem with your
Ladies
science?
and gentlemen, if he watches Little Man, right, definitely he will watch that. But then again, let's look at futuristic. Because right now, this moment, we are looking at right now, right here, ladies and gentlemen. At this moment, the government cannot sit still. They cannot leave. Barack Obama cannot close his eyes and sleep, because he keeps thinking about these people, right, who need a new lung. Because he keeps being urged by this medical stuff and things like that. So yeah, this is very important, ladies and gentlemen. So what have I told you this debate saying we should grant the right to commit suicide to individuals who pledge to donate their organ post-mortem, ladies and gentlemen. So we look at the idea of the status quo. We analyze the status quo about what happened if somebody failed to attempt suicide. So we see it, ladies and gentlemen, we see that the nobility of the cause of somebody who have pledged to donate is something that is a good enough reason for us to give them the right. Because at the end of the day, the reason why suicide rate is still sky high despite the tons of things that we try to curb, it shows that suicide is really an option. It really is a choice. It really is a necessity. You cannot simply curb it. But then again, as much as we try to be pro-life, ladies and gentlemen, we need to at least consider this as something that we can respect these people after their suicidal attempt, ladies and gentlemen. So with that, we are very proud